What's up, guys? Beckham is here. We got Spring Change, which season 1, episode 19, Cat Showdown. Okay, so this episode starts off with Sabrina calling Aunt Hilda, and she's like, "Hey, I forgot my textbook at home," and she's like, and she's attempts to take it to her, but teleport to her, but then she sneezes, and she's like, "What was that?" And she's like, "Your book's not here," and she's like, "Where is it?" All the way in Egypt. So actually, she says she doesn't know. But then we see a cutaway. We see like a transition to it being transported to Egypt. So after that, Sabrina tells after the intro, Sabrina's telling Harvey that she blew all her money and that blew all her allowance on something. So she can't do what he wanted or something. And then Salem the cat, he's calling and he learns that he doesn't have any money out of his credit card. So Sabrina's like, wait, you have a credit card? And he's like, and they're both like that they were going to borrow money from each other. So she's like, we need jobs. So they learn about a cat competition that's coming that's going to happen. So they enter Salem Hansberg Bergen Hansbergen into that's his real name. Salem Hansbergen into the Hansbergen into the thing into like the thing and yeah. So we even meet this lady who has like a bunch of cats, a bunch of ribbons for her cat. One guy that looks like Doctor Evil from has a scar and a bald head that looks like Doctor Evil from Austin Powers, and another one that doesn't. Yeah. Yeah. So, see, yeah. So Bill Fagerbach, aka Patrick Star, is in this episode before he played Patrick Star as a mailman who has a crush on Hilda, who has a crush on Zelda, and they're trying to find a way to like they don't want him to have a crush on her or something. So they go to the store, and Hilda and Zelda find this thing. Even Hilda finds this thing that that makes her that compliments her. So Zelda's like, you can't eat this mint because it has no samples. You can't because there's no free samples. But she eats it anyway, and Hilda shrinks down. So so yeah. So they give her the antidote off screen. Cause yeah. So so Salem the cat, I'm gonna call him Salem the cat, and Sabrina are doing so good until they find out that someone is blackmailing the hostess guy to give to with a photo, and Sabrina who is like, hey, Salem the cat's like, hey, someone's like blackmailing the hostess guy into giving the blackmailer first place. So she looks at the photo, but then she's like, I can't believe I'm doing this, and turns herself into an orange cat. But because she has paws and can't turn herself back to normal, she's stuck in cat form until the people until like Hilda and Zelda come in, and they kind of show a creepy picture of just her face in a cat body, and it's just kind of creepy, a little kind of creepy, and then they just change her back to normal. It was kind of creepy a little, and they try to figure out who's framing the host guy to give that person first place. So they discovered that it's someone with an index finger. So Sabrina tries to do a master plan and give everyone and not an index, but it reveals that the three people she thought were suspects had all lost their index fingers in accidents. And yeah, so so yeah yeah so so the time of the thing has begun of the cat thing, and Sabrina and the hostess reveals that it was actually the person that I thought was the lady who has all the ribbons that was actually blackmailing him into giving her the win so she could win for another year. Wow. To win for a lot of years, and yeah. So Sabrina ends up winning because Sam the cat almost winning until he's like, hey, the true prize actually goes to the orange cat. So Sabrina turns back into the orange cat, and Harvey's like, that cat's cute. What do you call her? And they call her Sabrina because Sabrina's the cat, and he's like, that's pretty. And Harvey's like, that's pretty confusing. And Aunt Hilda says that, oh, our house is pretty confusing. It's very confusing. So Sabrina gets the pass. The Wade doesn't, and Salem the cat is first mad at her, but then she's like, me and Harvey get to go to the amusement park, and there's only one awesome cat, and that's you, Salem the cat. So she puts the ribbon on him, and basically that wraps up this episode. Okay, so this episode was really, really good. Really good. It was a really good episode. I really enjoyed this one. Next episode is probably a favorite now. So yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, so like, comment, subscribe. But because have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you next. Sabrina the Teenage Witch.